All right. How's it going? So I'll tell you, I am a little bit annoyed, and it's because people keep sending me this article called New York City is Dead Forever by James Altucher or something like that. All right. This guy is writing all kinds of stuff, and a lot of it is bullshit. And I'm going to tell you why. So, one of the things, I'll show you the article. Here we go. Right. Okay. So here we go. Here's the thing. New York City is dead forever. Here's why. I love New York City, but I once first came here, a dream come true, blah, 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 blah. So this guy is like, he's like been living in New York City for 10 years, okay? Which is not that long, right? There are dogs that have lived out their lives in longer periods of time in New York City. And then he says things like this. Now, a third wave of people is leaving, but they might be too late. Prices are down 30 to 50% on both rentals and sales, no matter what a real estate people tell you. So that is a load of horse shit, okay? Excuse my language, but that is just not true. So I got to give this guy credit for writing catchy headlines and making outrageous statements that are not true, because people will pay attention. They'll be like, oh my God, real estate is down 30 to 50% no matter what people tell you. Well, I actually have statistics and facts that, as do the other agents at Corcoran, and I'm sure agents all over the city, you know, is real estate down? It is. And it's down significantly. And rentals, you know, I think, you know, you could say rentals are easily down somewhere between 10 and 20%, depending on the rental. Maybe some more than that. I don't know. But on the sales end of things, you know, rental things are not down that much. If you think that you can go put an offer in at 30 to 50% below ask price right now, or below the pre-COVID values, go try and do that. I encourage you, James Altucher, come, let's go put offers in Brooklyn. Because if you can get anything for 50% of the value in Brooklyn right now, or Queens, and turn it into an investment property, you should. But you know what kind of response you're going to get? It's not going to be a written response. It's going to be a verbal or some sort of sign language response. that is, it's so wrong and it's so not, it doesn't address the actual reality of what's going on, that it's just hyperbole. It's like this guy is trying to drive traffic to his blog. I don't know if he has a bone to pick, but you know, whatever it is, it's just not true. Okay. 15% down on the high end of Manhattan real estate. So over $5 million. Yeah. I bet I can get you a deal for 15% off the pre-COVID value of places that are over 5 million. Okay. And in Brooklyn, below 2 million, below 1 million, good luck. Good luck getting a 5% discount on the value in Brooklyn and Queens, for that matter. Okay. This is, I'm not saying this because I'm a real estate agent, because this is my business. I've had 3 multiple offer situations two in Brooklyn and 1 in Manhattan. Okay. And yeah, these are reasonably priced, good places, but they're not 30% down, and they're not 50% down. That is a pipe dream. Okay. Everybody that I know is looking for good deals right now, because good deals are there to be had, but they're not 50% off. Anyway, I could go on. All right. But I won't. I want to talk about the other things that he says in this article, and other people are talking about. The culture is dead. Like all the things, bars, restaurants are dead. 30% of restaurants have closed down, whatever the case it may be. Listen, stick with me on this. New York City is not dead. All you got to do is walk around, see the outdoor restaurants. You can walk around, see outdoor music, outdoor whatever. Like they're doing that. But yeah, things are definitely down. There is definitely 3 hotels in the Upper West Side that have homeless population in them, and is bothering the Upper West Side residents. Okay. You talk to some of the people on the Upper East Side, they're kind of like, things are pretty much the same. All right. You go downtown, things are pretty much the same. You know, are things changing? Like there are budget shortcuts, and there are budget shortfalls, and there are going to be budget cuts, and there's staff that's going to be let go from the city. These are all true. The MTA is talking about cutting service to the subways. All these things are true, okay? But it's not the end of New York City. And one of the reasons it's not the end of New York City is that all the things that we love about New York, okay, the culture, the theater, the art, the music, the food, these things, while they are maybe temporarily shut down, are all going to come back. Broadway is going to open up. There's going to be ballet and opera at Lincoln Center again. We are all going to be able to walk into a restaurant, sit down, and have a meal. We're all going to be able to go out to bars and clubs and have great craft drinks and cocktails and see amazing bands. All of this stuff is coming back. Is it going to be in 2021? Is it going to be the end of 2020? Probably not the end of 2020. Is it going to be 2021? Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe sometime in 2021. The spring, I don't know. If it were my guess, it would be the fall when things of 2021, when things start to normalize, right? But all those things that we love about New York City are coming back. They're not going to go away, okay? And if you think that people aren't going to be returning to the office, I don't know. You should talk to the people that I talk to, because everybody that I talk to is like, yeah, working from home is going to be more flexible in the future, but we're still going to have offices and people are still going to work in them. And the last thing I want to say about why New York City is not dead forever is I think that the most important thing about what makes New York City great is something that has not left and will never leave, which is the diversity of New York City. And I don't say that to sound like some cheesy, like, hey, New York City's great because it's diverse, but it's true. The reason that we have the culture and the food and the art and the music and all these wonderful things and the best bars and clubs and all this stuff is because there's so much diversity and creativity in the people of New York City, right? And that never left. It's still here, right? We just can't put it on display because we're still not allowed to go into a restaurant and sit down, or into a music venue. But you know what? You're starting to see it. I just saw some amazing jazz in Long Island City the other day, and they're doing it 4 nights a week, outdoors with food trucks and craft beer. So I needed to put that out there because being somebody who was born here and remembers what New York City was like in the 70s and the 80s, I'm telling you, New York City is not going back to that place anytime soon. All right. So, and I look forward to sitting down with all of you, indoors or outdoors, in the coming year, and having some awesome food and great drinks and conversation with passionate, interesting, and creative people, like the people that live in New York City, friends of mine and people that we all know. So, all right, that's it. Screw you, James Altucher. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.